All right, let's dive right into this explainer. I want you to do something super simple for me really quick. Just close your eyes for a second and picture a calm, intentionally organized Japanese home. And hey, I don't mean a perfect Pinterest board. I mean the actual feeling of it. The light coming through the windows, the empty surfaces, the air smelling clean. Notice how just imagining that space kind of makes your shoulders drop and your breathing slow down? Okay, now open your eyes and look around. If you're like most of us, comparing that calm, zen feeling to the sort of low-grade stress of a cluttered American home, complete with the classic bedroom chair that just holds a mountain of laundry, well, it's a pretty jarring experience.
It is literally wild to realize how many of us are unknowingly treating our homes like a storage unit that we just happen to sleep in. Stuff is everywhere. Every corner feels like it's waiting to be dealt with, and the home itself is actually adding to the weight we carry every day. But there is an alternative. Treating the home as a sanctuary, a space that genuinely helps you recover from a hard day. And the best news? Achieving this absolutely does not require a massive renovation or a bigger budget. It really just comes down to specific, learnable habits.
So, to fix this, we're going to walk through a step-by-step tutorial of those exact Japanese habits today. Here is our agenda. Step 1 is the mindset shift. Step 2 is the purge. Step 3 covers daily schedules, and Step 4 is the maintenance boundary. Okay, starting right off with Step 1, the mindset shift, understanding the philosophy behind the space. We absolutely have to start with the philosophy, because honestly, habits without the underlying philosophy are just tips, and tips simply do not stick when life gets busy. Now, in Western culture, we instinctively fill empty corners. An empty shelf feels like an open invitation to buy more things, right? But diving into the Shinto concept of ma completely changes this. Ma isn't just nothingness, it is deeply intentional breathing room. Think of it like the intentional pause between notes that actually makes the music. When a Japanese room has less in it, it doesn't feel empty. It communicates that every single object present has truly earned its place. And then you pair that concept of ma with wabi-sabi. This is the Japanese acceptance of imperfection and impermanence. It's a great reminder that you aren't trying to build a spotless, perfect showroom here. Wabi-sabi actually celebrates worn edges and simple textures. It means we are dropping that stressful pursuit of perfection and replacing it with the pursuit of intention. Moving on to Step 2, the purge, applying the DanShari filter to your clutter. We have to face an uncomfortable truth right now. You cannot organize clutter. You just can't. So we have to address the actual volume of stuff inside the home. But listen, if you try to declutter your entire house in a weekend, you are going to burn out and end up with abandoned piles absolutely everywhere. Instead, you want to use the one room, one session method. Choose one room, set a timer for just 30 to 45 minutes, and apply a specific filter to every object. Then, repeat this single session just once per week. Seriously, in 2 months, your home will feel fundamentally different. So, what's the filter? Well, during those 30 to 45 minutes, you are going to apply the DanShari filter. DanShari literally translates to refuse, discard, and separate. It's essentially an unconscious boundary used in Japanese culture to prevent keeping things out of guilt, impulse, or, just because they accumulated gradually over the years. Here is how you do it. The crucial point is to physically hold an object during your session and ask yourself 3 questions. First one, do I actually use this? Actually, scratch that. Don't ask if you might use it one day or if it's a nice item in theory. We are asking if it serves a real, functional purpose in your actual life right now. Question 2 digs a bit deeper. Does it make me feel good when I see it or use it? Basically, does it bring you genuine value or joy? Or does looking at it make you feel guilty, stressed, or overwhelmed? Your home should be filled with things that actively support you, not drag you down. And finally, question 3. Would I buy it again today, knowing what I know now? This is the ultimate test. If the answer to all 3 of these questions isn't a loud, clear yes, then no way around it, that item must be separated from your sanctuary. It has to be donated, discarded, or given to someone who will actually put it to use. All right, Step 3, clearing visual noise, the daily schedules of a Zen home. Now that you've purged using that DanShari filter, you have to tackle the physical surfaces. You've heard it before. A cluttered surface is a cluttered mind. Think about the average kitchen counter. You've got the toaster, the blender, random mail, tangled phone chargers. Every single one of those items is visual noise. And here's the science behind why that matters. Your brain has to process everything in your visual field, whether you are consciously aware of it or not, meaning visual noise literally creates mental noise.
Creating a calm home is one thing, but maintaining it? I was totally amazed to learn that keeping it that way requires incredibly little effort. It really just breaks down into a 10-minute morning reset, surface defense during the day, and a 5-minute clear in the evening. Let's break those down.
First up is the 10-minute morning reset. I love this because this routine is almost sacred in Japan. Before the day fully kicks off, you spend exactly 10 minutes bringing the home back to its baseline. You make the beds, open the windows for some fresh air, wipe the kitchen surfaces, and return anything left out from the night before. Bam! That's it. Just 10 minutes, but the impact is massive. It ensures you move through your day in a space that already feels ordered and calm. And then, at the end of the day, we have the 5-minute evening clear. This is your ultimate maintenance tool. Right before bed, you straighten the living room cushions, put stray items away, and wipe the kitchen counter completely clear. Spending just 5 minutes doing this guarantees that you wake up the next morning to a home that is already prepared to support you, rather than waking up to a home that's demanding you clean up yesterday's mess. Which brings us to step 4, boundary maintenance, preventing future accumulation. So, you've cleared the space, you've got your schedule locked in, but how do we prevent that slow creep of new stuff that undoes all your hard work? The answer is the one-in, one-out rule. It's brilliantly simple. Every single time a new gadget, a new book, or a new piece of clothing enters your home, an old one immediately goes into the donation bag. This single rule stops the slow reaccumulation dead in its tracks.
Now, I really love how the source material frames this. It states, it is not a restriction, it is a boundary you set with your home and with yourself. That completely changes how you view getting rid of things, doesn't it? You shift from feeling restricted or deprived to feeling totally empowered by a boundary that's actively protecting your sanctuary. You also maintain this boundary by changing what kind of decor you allow inside. Instead of synthetic knickknacks, those mass-produced live, laugh, love signs that just gather dust and create visual noise, you prioritize natural elements. Put a single plant on a windowsill. Leave a nice wooden cutting board out as a design element. Display a cool small stone. And always prioritize natural light wherever possible. These elements bring life and warmth into a space without adding clutter. Less decoration, way more intention.
So why does all this meticulous attention to space and boundaries actually matter? The psychology research here is wild. Cluttered, disorganized spaces literally increase your cortisol levels. That's your primary stress hormone. You are biologically stressed out by the mess. Conversely, a clear, intentional Zen space actively reduces cortisol, giving your nervous system a real chance to genuinely recover.
What this ultimately proves is that your home environment is an active participant in your mental health. It is absolutely not just a neutral backdrop to your life. A Zen-inspired home is a daily form of self-care. It impacts your sleep quality, your energy, your focus, and your ability to emotionally recover from the demands of the outside world. I'll leave you with this final thought to ponder as you look around your space today. Will your home add to your weight, or will it help you carry it? Remember, you don't need to do a full renovation today. You just need to clear one surface right now and ask yourself, what else could this philosophy of intention change in your life?